Oh, hello there. Come in, come in. Welcome to my crib. Take off your shoes. Okay, careful. Oh, and watch your footing. We don't want you falling. Welcome to Living with This. I know it looks different, but bear with me. We have an exciting show for you today. We're talking about interior design, one of my favorite topics. And we've also got an expert on the show today, as usual, someone who will guide us through this. But before we even move into that, make sure you follow us on social media. It should be on your screen right now, Living with Us. But yeah, we're talking about how to make it work in a small living space. Because the truth of the matter is, not everyone has that expansive, like large living room or bedroom. So how do we do it? That's the question. Okay, I know I said my crib earlier. It's not really my crib. I wish it was. I'm probably just projecting. It's not. It's a showroom, a beautiful showroom. And I decided to get cozy, which I hope you are cozy too. You have your cup of coffee. We're about to get into the world of interior design from the expert and getting like tips on decorating and making your home feel cozy, even when it's a small living space, right? Because truth is, we're not all living in mansions. We wish, but it's not the reality. Now, our guest today is Shiku Muchiri of Shiku Interiors. You may have seen her on social media. She's an interior decorator, and she's the lady to take us through the whole world of just interior decorating.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited.
No, not more excited than I am.
I'm really excited. Yes.
Okay, good. So I think first things first, is it me or are more and more people talking about interior design, interior decorating?
People have become very aware of their homes and want beautiful spaces. Someone said people love beautiful things.
Yeah.
So people want to live well.
Yeah, and I don't blame that. I mean, I want to live well, but there's just, to me, it feels like almost a movement. Like a lot more people are aware, hey, it's not just about outside party, drinks and whatnot, but let's make our homes feel cozy. Yes. What is the number one mistake that you see when you walk into people's homes, especially people with smaller living spaces?
The biggest mistake right now is too much color. And people will have like a red wall and a pink one, a purple one, and a green couch.
Yeah, blue seats, everything.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
In a small space, try to keep the colors as minimal as possible.
Okay,
yeah.
Minimal. Yes. So say someone is moving into their first apartment, their very first apartment, so they're not, they don't have the luxury of everything that we see in this beautiful space. What would you advise them is the number one room or item to start with their purchase?
So I would advise you to get a good bed. The best bed you can afford.
Okay.
The best mattress you can afford. The best bedding you can afford.
Why?
Because you'll spend 8 hours in bed. You'll probably spend 2 hours seated on a sofa, but you'll spend so much time in bed. So
that's true.
Yeah, after work, you can watch your movies from your bed. Yeah. So think about your bed.
Okay, so ideally,
and your bedroom.
Actually, that's what I was going to ask. So ideally, the first room you want to focus on is the bedroom.
Is your bedroom.
Because also, the truth is, if you really just have like minimal budget, you're going to need somewhere to sleep.
Yes,
it may not be as, you may not have couches, but at least if you have a mattress.
If you have a mattress, a good mattress.
A good mattress.
Yeah,
as good as you can afford,
As good as you can afford. Get your bedroom together.
Okay.
Then slowly build the other pieces. So maybe the bedside tables, then a dresser, a chest of drawers.
Yeah. Okay.
Then add slowly. Because when you're starting out, it will be probably a studio apartment or one bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
So get a good bed.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are outside of the bedroom, what are the other key pieces that one should start with? So say for instance, you've got the bed and, okay, what next?
Are we moving to another room?
Sure, yeah. Yes. You can focus on any other part of the house.
So the living room would be incomplete without a sofa. True.
Okay, yeah, true.
Sitting space. So get a good sofa, get a chair, get a bean bag because I'm thinking 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Get a nice bean bag.
Or these
somewhere
floor
sitting,
cushions that I see
yes.
that are so cozy,
Yes.
and you can sit on them. And I actually enjoy sitting on the floor. I don't know about you, but no, you're
No,
like no.
I like
But-
chairs. I like
For some reason,
comfort.
yeah. For
Yes.
some reason, you'll just see me perched on the floor and like sort of leaning on the couch. I don't know where that comes from, but
leaning on the couch.
yeah, I just get cozy. But I you know, for me, I think floor cushions would be then a good option
Yes,
to start
definitely.
with.
So floor cushions, look for sitting space,
Okay.
a sitting area.
Yeah.
So whether it's a chair, whether it's a beanbag, whether it's cushions,
Yeah.
that's a good place to start.
Okay.
Then slowly build,
From
get your
there.
coffee table,
Yeah.
get an end table. End tables are what my mom called stools.
Stools, the
Yes.
ones where you put your coffee.
Your coffee, your
Place it
meal,
there.
because it's not likely that you'll have a big dining area or
Yeah.
something like that.
And sometimes you want to sit on the couch and watch something and not have to be on the dining table. And maybe you don't even have space for a dining table because again, it's a
Exactly.
small living
Small
space.
living space.
Yeah.
So get an end table where you can put your meal or your laptop when you're
Yeah.
working. Yes, that's a good place to
Okay.
start. Then move on to a TV stand because
Yeah.
probably if you're young,
Yeah.
you have this huge TV.
What is it with
I-
young folks and like the big TVs? I don't know. But I think it's entertainment. You just want to
It
make your
is.
house feel like an entertainment center, stroke
Yes.
cozy space.
Yeah.
But okay, so say for instance, now the focus is on the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an order to which you should start buying furniture?
I say buy the most expensive things first.
Oh,
Yes.
why is that?
You can't redo you don't have the budget to redo the big items.
Okay.
So get your sofa set
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
Once you settle on the color, the texture, the number of people you want to accommodate in your living space,
Yeah.
it'll be easier from there, from buying the sofa to design around it. Because the rest are just accessories, truth
Okay.
be told.
Yeah.
Yes, so start with the sofa.
Sofa. And I guess in this case, the TV would be the
Yes.
next expensive
Oh,
thing.
yes. Because young people, small spaces,
Yeah.
y-
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hard.
So-
yeah.
get a place to put on your TV. If you're not going to hang it up,
Yeah.
get a place like a nice TV stand.
There's certain things I've heard about carpets and how to get the right size for your living room. Can you take us through that? Should how big should your carpet be? Or is there a guideline?
My rule,
Yeah.
not standard rule.
Okay,
is that
Shiko's rule.
everyone
Yeah.
everyone's feet should be on the carpet.
Okay.
Yeah. At
That's
least.
when they're standing also, or
No, when they're seated. When you're seated, your feet should be on the rug.
right.
So depending on the size of your space, you
Yeah.
could measure.
yeah.
You could, call me an interior decorator who will measure and tell you, no, this carpet will be too small.
Right.
Or this would be too big. It would cover your beautiful floor, for example.
Yeah.
So everyone's feet should be on the
Carpet. And I find that sometimes you think if it's a small room, then everything should be small.
No.
A carpet should
No.
be small. The chairs should be small.
No.
But I like that even in this space, I mean, it's good size furniture.
Yes.
Nothing. You don't feel like you're living in a dollhouse.
Exactly.
Like tiny.
Scale matters.
Okay.
Scale does matter.
Yeah.
You don't want a very small seat. Like if that seat was smaller,
Yeah.
it would not work.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just think we need smaller
No.
things in a smaller room. So okay. So let's move. Oh,
But-
sorry. Go on.
But the back is low.
Ah.
It's wide, but
Right.
the back is low so that you can get to see what's going on at the back.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't feel closed
So
in.
you don't feel closed in, because what would happen if you got like one of those Arabian Victorian furniture?
yeah.
They're usually very
large and
large.
grand.
Yeah. So it would block the light.
Yeah.
And light is essential in a small space.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move to a room where it's usually impossible to try and like change up and decorate, and a room that your guests will get into.
Yes.
The bathroom, okay, the powder room, as some may say.
Yeah.
Okay, how does one go about? Say, for instance, you've just got one bathroom, right? Which is the case a lot of times. You have one bathroom, but maybe, and one bathroom, one bedroom, living room. how can you still make that functional so that you're able to use it and shower and stuff, but still presentable for when you have guests?
Okay, that's the one place I say add color.
Like
add color. Do a yellow bathroom, for example.
Okay.
If you have white tiles, get like yellow hand towels, pretty soap dish or
dispensers.
The dispensers. Do that.
Okay.
Also add, because I am a germphobe, so using one hand towel will work, and I will tell you, have a hand towel, but also get colorful little face towels that you store stacked.
Then it looks even prettier
and
and neat.
So pretty.
Like if you feel like you're in a hotel room and everything is so lush. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I'm gonna go find myself some hand towels, stack them up,
and then you can get a pretty like basket.
Yeah.
Once
even for toilet papers and stuff, you can.
Yeah.
I like that, and it makes you feel safe, because one of the things that you hate the idea of is like running out of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
No one wants to be in that position.
No one wants to be in that
Last question before we move into the break. Clutter. Often that's usually the thing in small spaces, and maybe even in a studio apartment. How do you manage storage and the idea of clutter when you don't have the luxury of a pantry, a walk-in closet, all those luxurious things? How do you advise someone?
This is a place where you get in touch with a good fundi. Okay. And I'm talking about those local guys.
And good thing Nairobi, we have so many
skilled, and I mean skilled individuals who can do work so affordably.
Yeah.
So those are your guys.
Okay.
So tell them to make you a crate for your towels, for example.
Yeah.
Get pretty baskets. I mean, Masai Market is a really, really good place to start. Get pretty baskets for your makeup and your soaps and your... So
even onions and stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah. A place for everything and everything in its place.
I like that, the fundi's idea, because you also don't have to go into the expensive stores and spend so much money.
Those expensive stores, and if your budget allows, they're a good place to start. But skilled fundis are available, so many. Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the bedroom, the living room, the bathroom. Now let's talk about the kitchen, right? Which I heard it's one of the most expensive rooms to renovate.
It is.
But we're not talking about renovating right now. Too much money. Yeah. What we do want to find out though is, how do you come up with storage solutions if, for instance, you don't have enough cabinet spaces?
It's easy to, again, the local fundi.
Okay.
Pinterest. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that you gave Pinterest as an option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's reality. You don't have money to hire an interior decorator or a designer for that matter.
Right.
So Pinterest. Go and look for storage solutions.
Yeah.
And there's so many. Shelves.
Right.
Really floating shelves.
Yeah, I've been seeing that coming up more and more, where it's literally, if you don't know what that is, it's it looks like it's a shelf that's floating on a wall. So it's just there, but it's got brackets that's supporting it. But that would be a nice place.
Your pretty utensils,
cups,
plates, your cups,
and pray to God.
And also get pretty cups. I mean,
that's one of the keys.
Be out in the open, so get pretty things. Things which are good to look at.
And there's like loads of stores that have affordable cutlery and crockery too. Actually, I saw a friend of mine recently showcase what she did to her house, and the kitchen specifically. It's Miss Mandy. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm about to say. And what she did was she took out the cabinet doors. She asked for permission from her landlord. And took out the cabinet doors, and it gave the space. It just looks so luxe, like luxury.
It looks airy. It looks free and beautiful and bright.
Yeah. So I think, I saw that and I thought,
get permission from your landlord. It might be tricky.
Yeah, if they say no. Sorry, but but really, you'd want to ask for permission first.
Yes, you do. You do. Also get, if you have actual doors and they refuse for you to take them out, look for nice handles. Handles are available everywhere. Get pretty handles.
Even Masai Market.
Exactly. Or put beads around your handles, or like thread.
If you
run it over and over and over.
And it's got a rustic feel.
Exactly. It'll look so beautiful.
And distracts from the fact that it's a small kitchen, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Also storage. I say baskets. So you have your nyanyas and onions and spices. Get little containers. There's so many. Again, Kenya has come such a long way. We have little containers, stores actually.
Yeah.
So you can get
jars.
Label, nice jars, pretty mason jars. So many options.
Okay.
So many options.
I hear you. Love that. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to find out, how do you make this small space feel bigger? Even though it's not, but how do we make it feel bigger? Welcome back. We've been talking about how to make your small living space feel bigger and luxurious even, because why not, right? Just because you have a small space doesn't mean that it can't be pretty. And in studio we have Shiku Muchiri of Shiku Interiors, who before the break we were going into specific rooms, but now I want to know in general, what are some of the things that you can do to make a small space feel bigger?
Light colors. So don't complicate your life with a very complicated color palette. Keep your walls light. So white, cream, landlord cream. It's actually a perfect color.
Landlord cream.
It's the perfect color for your small space.
Okay.
But you can warm it up. I mean, you can. No, you will need the help of a decorator.
Okay.
Or go to your paint store. There's so many everywhere, so many different brands and good brands at that. So go to your paint store, sit and look at the colors. So anything that is dark, stay away from it.
Is that only with the walls or even with
furniture? With the walls.
With the walls.
With the walls. Keep it light.
Okay.
Unless you're, a man cave, unless you're doing that whole, then...
and sometimes dark colors have like a very sensual vibe to it too.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
And colors are life. So if you want your space to appear bigger, go for light colors. But if you want a warm, cozy, you get home and you're like, oh, I'm home, warmth, then go for the warmer colors. So think oranges, reds.
Okay.
Like a light blue. Those would work. But if you want your space to appear bigger, go for the light colors. So white, like this project that I did, the developer asked that I keep the walls white. It wasn't my favorite idea, but I did. And it works out so well.
Absolutely.
It works out so well.
The truth is, there's not that much space. I mean, I think it's also pretty spacious, but the white walls do make it seem bigger.
Yes.
I can also see mirrors.
Mirrors.
Is that another thing?
Mirrors are number 2.
Yeah.
So get mirrors. And again, we are so lucky. So many stores have good, pretty mirrors. Yeah. So that's a way of introducing light. And mirrors actually make the space look bigger.
I hear you. And should you put it in a particular place? Is there a trick to that, or do you just mount a mirror?
Usually put it across from the window.
Which is what that's doing.
Yeah.
And it makes your eye feel like there's more to the room than there is.
Yes.
Okay.
So then number 3 is lighting.
Oh, now is when I'm actually looking. Oh, first of all, I love that. And I love the fluorescent. What is that bulb?
It's
Edison
an
bulb?
Edison bulb. Yeah.
So lighting. And does that mean the bulb's there or other aspects of lighting?
So think of your ceiling lights, and that's something that usually you can change up, and then when you're moving out, you fix it back, right?
Good tip there.
Also get table lamps.
Oh, table lamps.
Yes, table lamps.
Right.
So they add light, they add that warmth. At least light makes things look bigger.
That's true. And brighter.
And brighter.
Yeah.
So floor lamps, table lamps, ceiling lamps. Yeah.
I hear you. I love that. And I also noticed with this project there's wallpaper.
Yes. I love wallpaper. It's a fault.
So
every room actually has wallpaper.
What does wallpaper do to a space?
It's a cheap way to add texture. It's a cheap way to add color.
Wait a second. Wallpaper is a cheap way?
Yes.
Why did I think wallpaper is this like expensive, like tens and tens of thousands of shillings?
No.
That's what I assumed.
No.
Right.
It's not comparable to paint,
Okay.
but it's also not comparable to some of the textured paints and
Oh.
like stucco or
Yeah.
the like.
Okay.
It's not that expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. So the cost is not as prohibitive as
Yeah.
people think.
Okay.
So do that wallpaper. But
Yeah.
get your landlord's
Consent.
please.
Why? What's the big? Is it the peel off that's an issue, or?
Yes. And there are many people who are not professional about it,
Yeah.
about removing.
Yeah.
So it can mess a wall. It can mess a wall.
Uh-oh.
It can.
And we don't
If
want.
it's not done professionally.
Okay.
Yes.
And we don't want to be, not.
Deposit
Yeah. Exactly.
held,
Yeah. And they will hold
and
it.
they will hold it.
We want it
so,
back.
Yes.
And so what about rooms that need to be multifunctional? Because the truth of the matter is, if you're in a small space, you probably don't have room for, an office. Maybe you're working from home. You don't have room for extra storage space for your makeup or beauty rooms, which I'm seeing a lot of people coming up with beauty rooms. They're so fancy.
But
So how do you?
of space, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
But how do you make something multifunctional? Are there tips around
There
that? Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe it's probably your nanny's room, but you also want it to be your office, right?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
So get a nice bed.
Okay.
I mean, you can even get a futon or a fold-out couch.
Yeah.
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 So that it's multifunctional furniture. And it can serve as a bedroom, as your office, and then also arrange it accordingly. So you can have your bed at the corner, and then your desk at another corner, and your notice board or it works.
Right.
Just get multifunctional furniture.
Pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So
No, go on.
there are beds which the child sleeps up,
Yeah.
and down is
A
desk
desk.
or a play area.
Yeah.
So at least that way, multifunctional furniture.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, I guess it goes back to Pinterest being your friend.
Pinterest
Go
being
on
your
there.
friend,
Yeah.
And the fundi.
And the fundi.
Yes, get a reliable fundi.
The combination of the two,
Yes.
magic.
Yes.
Yeah. What happens when you are living in a rented space and there are rules, right? I saw there actually at the entrance that there's this beautiful hanging of a key rack. Is that what it would be called? A key holder. It's really pretty. Do you need what are the do's and don'ts? Can you drill into walls? How do you advise someone who's living in a rented space?
My landlord might be watching. So I say, as long as you return the house into its original state,
Yeah.
make it as livable as you can. So if it means like nailing one,
Just one.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't go crazy. So
Every
just
wall has
one.
Okay.
Or also there are so many hooks, the little ones with the little nails that you can just cause very little damage to the wall.
Okay.
So those
and
are
that's
things you
easy
might
to repair, right?
It is so easy to repair. It's easier to repair than a drilled hole, I mean.
Okay.
So, yes. Rules usually just center around the walls and taking care of their home.
Yeah.
So as long as you're taking care of their home, I don't think they will have a problem with you painting, with you adding wallpaper or changing out the lights. As long as you return everything to its original state.
Right.
Landlords usually won't be very fussy about it.
Actually, it took me back to what you said about the light fixtures, and I love that that you can change that, because often we forget. We walk into a space and we think, take it as it is, that's it. But something like the light fixtures, that was such a great tip. And it's not always really expensive.
It's not.
You can think it's one of those things that's tens and tens of thousands, but for like 3,000 shillings, I know you can get some good options.
Yeah, you can.
And it makes your space feel more personal.
Yes. Also, you could add lampshades.
Even cheaper,
Cheaper, because you have fabric that's lying around, your lesso, your kikoi, and if that's your style, go to one of these guys who make lampshades on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Ask him if he could do that for you with this fabric.
Yeah.
Give him the shape, the dimensions, it works.
And you're good to go.
And you're good to go. And that's such an easy way. I mean, you just unscrew the bulb, and
you're good to go.
Yeah.
So what are some of the trends, the home decor trends that are in right now that we should be jumping on?
I really don't like trends.
Why?
Because that's not the person I am.
Okay.
My personal style.
Okay.
But styles right now are metallics. Okay, you'll notice a lot of metallics in this home.
Rose
actually.
gold. I
Rose
see that.
gold,
Yeah.
Gold. Copper. So that's like a trend, a big trend right now.
Yeah.
Metallic accessories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And are there rules around mixing and matching? Because, like you said, there's copper. Well, that one's gold. That's rose gold.
Yes.
Are there any rules, or can you just have fun?
If they're in the same area,
Yeah.
keep them the same color. So, like, if you look around the console area, it's mainly gold.
Right.
Then here
On
you
the
have
coffee
your
table.
rose gold.
Yeah.
On the wall, you have your gold again, because that will reflect there
Yeah.
on the mirror. So if they're close to each other, keep them in the same family.
Okay.
But you can also mix if people are eclectic. I mean,
Yeah.
enjoy your home.
And
So
there's
if you
no-
like
yeah.
the rose gold and the silver, everything together, throw them together. As long as they look good, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that as a gallery wall with all the different frames. I think it would look so nice.
Yes,
so
it
nice.
would. It would.
So what about the people who are watching right now who have lived in their space for a long time, maybe 3-4 years, and are thinking, you know what, it's about time I did a quick revamp. I need to switch things up. What would you advise them as some of the first steps in order to make their space feel cozy and like theirs? Yeah.
If you're going to revamp your space, remember we said the biggest item in the room, which is usually the sofa, is usually very expensive. So you don't want to switch that off too often. You don't want to switch it too often, right?
Yeah.
So the easiest ways are accessories. So your throw pillows, those are,
Yeah.
you can get them done. Go shop for fabric.
Yeah.
Have your seamstress measure it out, cut it, tailor it.
Yeah.
Stuff your cushion inside. That's a quick way.
Yeah.
If you have more money, change your curtains. Curtains are really expensive.
That's a good one, actually.
Curtains are expensive, yes.
Yeah.
But relatively, I mean, it depends on where you shop again. So change your curtains. If they were blue, use red, or according to your color scheme.
Yeah.
And yeah, accessories are the easiest way to revamp your
Quickest.
space.
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe change photo frames, stuff
Yes,
like that.
photo frames, just the little knickknacks around your home.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about people who have to share this room with their partner, right? So the man wants this manly, chilled, all blue. I mean, I know I'm stereotyping and I'm really sorry for like generalizing this, but you know, maybe the man doesn't like that there's fluffy, flurry pillows, and then of course the lady wants to make it chic. How do you merge those two personalities, whatever they may be, whether it's one's, you know, dark and one's light? How do you go about that?
There must be compromise.
Okay.
There must be. So if he doesn't want it fluffy, get it in blue. Yeah, get the same fluffy thing in blue or black or grey. He'll be less scared of it than if it's pink, for example.
Yeah.
If it's femininity that he has a problem with the color pink or florals in the house, stay away from them. Or there are ways you can work around it. Or call an interior decorator. Usually
and they'll
we can find a balance.
A middle ground.
Yes.
Right, because also there's something about a house that looks grounded in like masculinity, even though you're a single female or maybe you do have a partner. It just brings an edge to your space. So find a balance. It's going to work. Now for the third part, which we're getting into after this short break, we're going to take a tour of this space and go bit by bit into how Shiku managed to make this as stunning as it is. But we have to take a break because we've got to pay the bills. We'll be back in a moment. We're talking all things interior decorating, and our guest today is Shiku. I thought you'd even be like, hey, I'm Shiku, what's up? Okay, so So before I forget, we are announcing a giveaway later at the end of this segment, at the end of the show. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned all the way up to the end so that you can know if you're the winner. And as well, make sure you're following us on social media. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Mind went blank for a second. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Living with Us. Now, what we're about to get into is a breakdown of what all the spaces that we were talking about actually look like and how did Shiku put it together. So I'm about to literally pick at your brain. Okay, first things first. How did you decide on the color blue? Because I can tell that blue is what really helped bring this space together and give it a punch, right? How blue? Why blue?
I don't like blue. Let's establish.
Really?
There's a lot of blue in this room.
Yeah.
But you'll also notice we have a very colorful kitchen.
Yes.
So working from the kitchen this way,
Yeah.
you could only use specific colors. So black, gray. I tried to challenge myself by using blue. It's an actual color and it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's on the sofa, it's on the armchairs, it's on the dining table.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is what we were talking about, the wallpaper and how it adds texture. And in this case, like shimmer too.
Like again, femininity.
Yeah.
Because blue is very masculine.
Yeah.
So the little sparkle, it looks like
shimmer,
it's embroidered almost.
Yeah.
Those are the touches you want to add. And that's how you add. You balance the masculinity with the
femininity. Whether or not you're in a relationship, I think that still adds some interest to your space. And then speaking of blue, I can see even more of that with this. So this is literally just a decorative lamp.
It's decorative.
Yeah.
This would ideally be the 90-inch spot. Yes. But this is a show house. Okay. So
no TV, kids.
No
Sorry.
TV. Yes.
Speaking of storage, we were talking about storage quite a bit, and I want to move us to that corner of the room for a second, because what I see down here is this huge, beautiful basket where you're storing extra pillows.
Extra pillows, extra blankets, because this area gets a bit cold.
Yeah.
So you want to store your pretty Maasai blankets
there.
Yeah.
Quick note, by the way, just so you know that I'm also stylish and it's not a mistake. Look at my Kyondo bag. Look at that. I come here and they're twinsies. And it turns out we bought them at the same space. And it speaks to, once again, that you really just need to have a more creative eye, isn't it? Because I use mine as a handbag and there you are. Storage.
So think your kids' toys. You don't want those bulky, ugly plastic things.
Yeah.
Why not? And it's African. Another trend, we were talking about trends.
Yeah.
Mix them up. I mean, you have your contemporary space, but also your African touches, you know?
I love
There
that.
we go.
And it brings some homeness, like some culture into your space. Okay, now I want to go into that couch, right? Is this, what kind of couch is this? Because I've been seeing a lot of this studded, tufted type of pattern couches.
Again, it's tufted, it's studded. So it's a modern Chesterfield.
Okay.
Usually the traditional Chesterfield has very rounded arms.
Yeah.
This is more modern, more contemporary, so straight lines.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
One color, solid, but it's also a fun color.
Yeah.
And with a blue. So.
And I like that the cushions here add a different pattern and color. What? Yeah. This
So
like green moss.
You're trying to marry two rooms because with an open plan house, right? You will see the kitchen. You can't hide it. Ours is green and orange.
Yeah.
So how do you relate these two spaces?
Right.
This and the dining room are our gateway to the kitchen.
Right. Speaking of the dining room, actually, what I do notice is that it's a it's actually a six-seater dining room.
Six-seater.
Yeah, but then what you did is that you placed these other chairs here, but I just want to move us over to this side for a second. Right, so I liked that what you did is that you put the other extra chairs there. So why did you do that?
First, this is a small space, right?
Yeah.
And
well, it's also a large space. This is
it's
small, but it's a lot.
Small,
like you have a dining table.
Yeah. So I was styling for four, right?
Yeah.
But we also want to maximize seating in the everywhere because in a small space you want to maximize everything. So seating, space, light, everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I styled this as a 4, but it actually sits 6.
Oh, yes, because I saw the other 2 chairs there. Now,
It's a 6-seater table.
So now my next question is, I see a lot of, in these like beautiful showrooms, you've got your plates and everything set out, your cutlery, crockery. Should one actually do this in their house? Because it looks nice.
If you want to be fancy,
here,
why not?
Right? Because I don't know why I don't do it in my...
Set your table.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have a culture of sitting in the living room when having our meals. Yeah. It will encourage you to sit at your dining room, in your dining room, and enjoy the furniture that is so expensive. This is, it's a huge investment again.
True.
So enjoy it. Set your table.
Okay.
Use your dainty little cups. I know many people during their weddings get this dinner sets, and these cups come with...
Yeah.
So set it. One day you'll use it.
Yeah. I love, but I also feel like if I set it, I'd never use it. I'd be like, it's for decoration, don't touch. Don't touch my my set.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. And sometimes we fall into the trap of it's too pretty to use.
It's too pretty to use, no.
Right.
Life is too short.
Okay, now.
Use your nice utensils.
I feel you. You never know what would happen. We have to go into the next room, the kitchen. And this area already, I think, really elevates the space. And it's not something you find in a lot of homes, right?
Luckily.
Yeah, these guys are lucky. I wish I had this in my house.
Did a good job.
Yeah, but this counter bar, I think, one provides for like counter options. Yeah.
This would be a good place to put your bar. This would be a good place to have a quick breakfast.
Yeah, because there's bar stools here. Actually, I even want us to go around.
Additional sitting, right?
Yeah.
So this place is smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Bigger than most, but
it's not that small.
It's small, but it can accommodate so many people. So even though that we don't have like a 7-seater sofa set, as our mothers used to feel.
Yeah. Every last corner.
It can sit a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
We have 2 seats there. We have
the table
plus this.
This is really, it's luxury. Like it's amazing. Now I want to touch on the fact that there is a carpet in the kitchen, which you don't often see.
Yes.
Why did you make this decision?
Because, again, this area is very cold.
Yeah.
So whoever is going to be cooking or washing the dishes, their feet will be on the tiles.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Yeah.
So why not get a carpet? Why not?
Yeah.
Again, rules are there to be broken.
I love that.
Yes.
And it makes it cozy too.
Makes it cozy. Also, it adds color without being like in your face.
Right.
You know?
Speaking of color, how did you guys come to the decision of this like lime green, the orange, and this other green? We have
a very adventurous developer.
Okay.
Let's just say that because this is the space I was given to work with.
Okay.
So I had to
make it work.
Yes, make it work.
Is that part of the reason why everything else is quite neutral?
Gray and black. The countertop is granite. It's black. I mean, yeah. So
it works.
Neutral.
You know what I really like? Speaking of storage, which we've been talking about over and over and over again. Yeah. I love that you can have your tea, coffee, and sugar in little neat,
cute
tins and containers.
Again, availability in this country, we don't have a problem there, right?
Yeah.
This is a local store. I mean, you can get them anywhere on the budget.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have your tea leaves in the packet.
Yeah. And worry about that.
And
then now it looks neater.
Airtight as well.
Airtight.
Yeah.
And it looks neater because I also noticed that you've got your serving spoons and everything here, which again helps with the problem if you don't have enough storage, right?
Your counter is storage.
Yeah.
Don't forget your counter. So your appliances actually go here. Here we're lucky. The microwave comes with a house.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to be like, this is mighty fancy.
It's fancy. It
wow,
is.
Yeah.
So if our microwave wasn't here, it would be here.
Yeah.
So
right.
So storage. Don't forget your counter is storage. It doesn't need to be empty. It doesn't need to be cluttered, but it doesn't need to be empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed there are no curtains here. Was that intentional in the kitchen?
It was not, actually.
Okay.
There was no, what is
rod.
it called?
The rod.
Rod.
But in this case,
it works because we don't have a privacy issue.
Yeah.
And you want a lot of light in the kitchen, right?
Great.
So curtains, if I were to be asked, I would probably do a sheer here. Not like
we don't have
curtain.
to close.
Or a Roman blind, which you can pull up and it disappears.
Yeah.
And then in the evening,
you put it down. And it brings light back into the space. Real quick, if these coasters went missing, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much trouble would you be in? Because I wanna pack these, take them home.
I will talk to your producer.
We'll take care of it. Don't worry, we've got it covered. They'll get it covered. Seriously, I'm going home with these. I'm not kidding. They're so nice, and they would work so beautifully in my kitchen. Now, I want to get into the fact that you have these sitting here. Is it part of?
It's a show house, so
it's a show.
We want to fancy up the place.
But you see, this is what makes a room feel and a house feel really expensive and luxurious and almost like you've got a decorator to come in.
Yes.
So can someone actually, if you have nice pots,
invest in pots. If there's one thing in the kitchen I'll tell you to do apart from invest in pots.
Yeah.
If you're not going to build your kitchen from the ground up,
exactly.
Invest in pots.
Yeah.
Because what will happen, you'll have guests and usually you'd have to put in hot pots or those are kinda last year.
Hey.
So these can actually go to the table. They look good. They're
I like that it's so last year. It's so 2000 and late, as they say.
Yes.
So this then doubles up as beautiful crockery to actually cook with, but also you can plate it. Yeah, you can plate using it.
I mean, look, there's so many options again.
Yeah.
If you're on a budget, there are places you can go. If you have the money, there are places you can go.
Oh, I like this. I just might steal this idea because my pots are not that fancy.
No, you need fancy pots. Get fancy pots.
Okay. So I think next let's move into the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ta-da! Magically appeared at the bathroom. Okay, so first things first, I really like the monochromatic tiles that you have going on. It just feels so lush and also brings in masculinity, doesn't it?
Does.
Yeah.
And here's a place now you find the balance. Because this is actually a family home.
Yeah.
So this is how you get the balance by adding the color, right?
Yeah.
So here, first I would add a shower curtain.
Okay.
You asked about shared bathrooms, one bathroom.
Yeah.
Add a shower curtain. It'll add color and it'll add the privacy. Actually, you don't see too much of the space.
Yeah.
But because this is a bathroom that's not really shared.
Yeah.
So that's why there's no shower curtain.
Yeah.
The idea of the little hand towels in a cute little
Look at this.
holder.
How pretty with the bow on it, and then you just look like you've got your stuff together.
Exactly.
That's what I like. Like I came prepared, and there's no, whoops, you didn't have enough of anything.
So the soaps, the lotion. People forget how drying hand soap is.
I agree.
Put hand cream.
Yeah, I like how I look like a hand model. I'm like, look at this, look at the soap. Wow, it's great. But also on the real, it's fancy.
Practical.
And I love that, and no offense, I think I have that in my hand. But I love that it's beautiful even in the bottle, and it's not your average soap. It's you've gone out and you spent a little bit more money on soap, which may seem crazy, but later I guess you can just refill with normal.
Exactly. So this is a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
It's cute, but you'll refill with your cheap.
Yeah, that's true.
So cheap lotion forever, and the holder is really cute. It's contrast, so you're good.
I love.
Another tip is get expensive towels, which are just for show.
What do you mean expensive towels just for show? Like
so
for
you
guests?
have your normal towel.
Yeah.
And then you have this really nice towel that's in the bathroom.
Okay.
Paired with like a nice hand towel like that. Yeah. So everyone will be like, oh my, she has the time to put a bow on a towel every day. Yeah.
So that's what they do?
Yeah.
That's what you guys, she's giving us the secrets.
Yeah,
we have no excuse.
all the secrets.
Right, because I was thinking that would be expensive if you have all these like, more lush, luxurious. They feel like, a nice robe.
You can have your normal towels. Just keep like really nice towel for display.
Yeah. For display. You did talk about color as one of the ways to inject like personality into a bathroom. For sure, this doesn't lack any color. We've got like the orange on down there. You see, I'm not really great with my colors, so if I butch this, please don't come for me. But this is more like, yellowish orange. Yeah. This is peach orange. Somewhere in between.
The towel is orange. So the little towels are actually multicolored. Again, this is a place where you can add your personality without being too shy about it.
Okay. Yeah. Great. I think now we can go into the master bedroom.
Right.
Yeah. Let's go. Come with me. Come on. Okay, master bedroom now. First thing that caught my eye is the floor. It looks like it's this marble finish.
Again, has nothing to do with me as a decorator.
Yeah.
This is all the developer. Again, he did a really good job.
Yeah.
Choosing the tiles and the colors. So this is the developer, not Shiku Interiors.
Okay.
Yes.
But hey, so now we get into Shiku Interiors. Yes. Let's get into the bed. Want to take us through it?
Okay. I said a bed is the thing that you buy the first, right?
Yes.
And we talked about fundis, right?
Yeah.
And getting a good one. Right?
Yeah.
So here was not a very good one. Right?
Okay.
And no one tells you the horror stories of interior
design. Yeah.
This is botched.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
These needed to be straight. Right?
Yeah.
These lines needed to be straight.
There's some stains.
Yeah. So there are things he did right.
Yeah.
The
side profile
is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen to this room? I'm probably just going to change up the...
Let me show you guys. This is what she means by the side profile. It just looks so sleek and it's like...
It's luxurious.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's going to happen? How I'm going to change this room?
Yes.
I'll just change the
headboard.
And to be nice and modern.
Yeah.
I'll add 2 nightstands.
Okay.
2 lamps.
Okay.
And little knickknacks. And once that is done, usually decorating a master bedroom isn't really hard because it just needs to be functional and comfortable.
Right.
Again, get the best quality bedding you can.
I almost sunk into this bed. I didn't imagine that it would be this cozy. Yeah. Excuse me, guys. I just want to take a nap. Get out. Kidding. But it is really cozy. Yeah. It does feel like...
get a good mattress.
Yeah.
Get sufficient pillows. Again, I will probably add pillows to this just for the
fancy,
the look.
Hotel-like luxe look. You know what I also really like? Even to the touch. Ooh, I hadn't touched it before. This is really nice.
Again, I like wallpaper.
I can see why.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So people think wallpaper has to be overly colorful.
Yeah.
Or very dramatic.
Yeah.
No. It can be something subtle, as subtle as this.
Yeah.
Right? You'll look around the house and the wallpaper is not very loud unless it's in the baby room where it has to be a bit statementy.
Yeah, fun, playful.
Yes, fun, playful. So this is more mature, serious, cozy, going for the hotel kind of look.
It does feel like a hotel.
Once we change out this horror story, it'll be good.
Shiko's horror story coming to you soon.
Yeah, my horror story. But it would work.
Yeah.
Just not...
It didn't work this time. Yes. You know what that tells us, or tells me, I guess, and I guess even people watching, is that you need to get recommendations, right? Last thing I want to touch on, which is across that side, we're just going to hop over to this, well, not hop, but walk over to this side, is this little seating option.
Yes.
This is nice.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is a good place to it's by the window, so
Yeah.
you get a good light.
Okay.
So you can read.
Yeah.
You can lock when we need
Yeah.
me time.
Privacy.
It doesn't need to be too far away.
Right.
You can have your seat, read your book, have your coffee. There'll be a nightstand here, so
Yeah.
storage again. It'll be a top, so you can place your book,
Nice.
your coffee, your
You know
wine.
what? Yeah. You know what? It's also just shown me. Maybe you could even have an option
of
where
having
there's storage
and,
as part of storage solution. So
Yeah.
1 minute you're able to sit, and wait, does this have storage?
I'm not sure. I can't
I don't
remember
know.
whether.
Does
yes.
it? No. Oh no,
No.
it doesn't have storage, but it could. It could. Right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think now let's head over to the kids' room,
Yes.
right? And now the baby's room. Oh, this is so precious. Wait a second. Okay, so take me through this. I see a bed, but I see a crib.
Yes. So this crib, first of all, is bigger than your standard crib.
I
So,
noticed, yeah.
Like 3-year-old would fit comfortably. 4-year-old would fit, and it's you can change the positioning, so it can come lower. It can
Yeah.
you can remove the guardrail. So this is a
Ah,
good bed. for kids.
multifunctional. We were
Yes.
talking about that. Multifunctional pieces.
Yes. So
Nice.
you can adapt it as a child grows.
Okay.
Why there are two beds is
Yeah.
because this is a family home.
Yeah.
We have the master bedroom,
Yes.
and there will be a baby. We assumed the baby was a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why there's one bed there.
Yeah.
This is the nanny's bed
Okay.
because we'll have help
Yeah.
and we want to give her a decent place to stay.
Yeah.
This is it. So
Nice.
it's sufficient for one person. It's comfortable. She has her storage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I also like that we've got really like a statement wallpaper.
Yes,
We've
in
got
this room we went-
flowers,
Yes.
color, blue and pink. I like it. How do you come about choosing what pattern works in a room?
Honestly, this was just availability.
Okay. Okay.
I loved this. It was actually meant for my daughter's room, so I will have to do something for her.
Okay.
So this is pink. It's girly. It matched the curtains,
Yeah.
the carpet. So
Yeah.
that's why it came here.
Are there rules though when it comes to patterns on wallpaper in any room?
Well,
yeah.
don't use too much print.
Okay.
And if you're going to use a big pattern, because that's pretty big, you can now add smaller,
Patterns like in the
in
bedding
the
here.
bedding.
Okay.
but keep everything else very plain. So you'll notice the plain carpet, you'll notice the plain curtains. Yeah,
Solid prints.
solid colors.
Solid colors
Yeah,
rather. Right. A moment for
Rose
this
gold.
beautiful light fixture and the Edison bulb that just makes you just want to hug someone. It feels like it's warm,
It is.
isn't it?
And we don't want too much light. And if at all, maybe the toddler is having waking issues or
Yeah.
night doesn't
Sleep
like
training
that.
isn't
Yeah.
going well.
And they need a bit more light, we have a table lamp that the nanny can put on
Yeah.
and off.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, and then the last thing in this room that really caught my attention is the artwork. We didn't touch on artwork, but that's a great way to
Yeah.
spice up any space, isn't it?
Yes. So this, again, rose gold on the light fixture, rose gold on the frames.
Yeah,
Now, as this home adapts,
yeah.
this area can be used as a study area, right? You can put a
Yes.
study desk here
Yeah.
without it feeling too crowded.
Yeah.
Too,
Squished,
Yes.
like you have no room.
Yeah.
But and again, it provides just a nice space for you
Space
to
for you
for
to-
artwork to go up.
Yes.
The drawings, the
Yeah.
colorings, the little stick figures that it's like that's mom, that's dad, and you're
Yeah.
like that's
So that's a good space. That's a good
create space. Yeah, and I guess storage for now. If they had extra toys, it could work,
Exactly.
right?
A chest of drawers can work there as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think for now it's just to announce the giveaway winner, but it has to be on this side of the house. So come with me. Come on. Come on. Okay, so like all good things, the show has come to an end. But Shiko, thank you.
Thank you
For-
for coming.
Oh no, thank
Thank
you
you.
for having us. By the way, if you've been curious about where exactly are we, we're at Bustani Apartments, and they've done a great job at just making a space that's quite small feel like home, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, you have. You have. That's true, Shiku and Bustan. You guys have done it, and you brought this to life. That's the truth. That's the truth. Just one side note. I just want to take a second to honor these mirrors right next to me. She was talking about this masculinity and femininity and the balance between both, and I think this brings in some hardness with the distressed feature. But anyway, really what I'm trying to say is goodbye. Thank you for watching, and to announce the giveaway winner. Thank you to the person on the screen right now for all your comments and the likes. We've been seeing you. Thank you. We see you. For now, we're just going to have to love you and leave you. And but also we can also continue the conversation online. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. If you have any questions or notes, Shiku is also on Instagram. Quick shout out to your IG, actually. Why not?
Shiku Interiors.
Ask her.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. See you guys on Monday, 8 a.m. sharp.